Now, I've just pulled over. I'm about 5 minutes away from the wood. I don't know whether you can make that out in the truck. Past the window, there is a massive weather front right above the woods. The wind's about 20-25, gusting up to about 40 miles an hour today. It has already chucked it down a lot. Hopefully that's going to blow past over the wood, but it's going to make for an interesting couple of hours in the woods. So let's get going and let's just go and see what happens today. Well, looks like that weather front has blown over. That's good. Let's hope there's someone just pulling out just as I need a space. Perfect. Nice. There is space. Oh, let's be courteous. There's enough room for two there. Let somebody else enjoy a bit of time in the woods as well. That'll do. Right, let's go and see what's happening in the woods. Come on, let's go. Right, let's leave the truck behind. Seems to be a bit of a lull in the weather at the moment, so let's get into the wood. Let's get away from that little car park. There's a fair bit of water down at the bottom, but this is where we are today. I know that's going to read back to front. It's Hitchwood, St Paul's Waldenbury Estate. It's a place that I often come to quite a bit. A lot of my lavvu and deer videos were shot up here, so we're just going to get up on the main walkers trail and then we'll go to the bits you're not meant to go. Shh, I didn't say that. Shh, did not say that. It's over the beaten, over the back track is where all the good stuff happens. So let's go there. Nice, nice. Catch you in a bit. Slightly zoomed in shot, but at least we've actually seen them today. Quite surprising with the weather. And zoomed in, so the camera's not very stable. But we've seen the deer. And off they go. That's not the full herd either. There'll be a lot more out there somewhere. Don't worry, I'm not actually cutting down live branches off a small horse chestnut tree. These are actually really dead, but they'll serve a purpose today. They'll serve a purpose. Perfect. That's all I need. 3 of those. Little tripod set up coming up. Catch you in a bit. That was a loud boom. Self-supporting tripod set up with a half lavvu. There's a cut down section of an old tree trunk in front of me here, which provides a little bit of protection from the wind. Something go boom in the woods. There we go, come on. Still quite windy. Haven't seen a deer again yet. I've put myself in a slightly different position to what I would normally, so they could all be behind me and I'd never know. Your gloves on, Justin. Well, that'll do. Let that get going. Go for a little wander after this, I think. See what we can find. Just let that get going. And we got the eagle kettle. Just done a review on that. People like that review, which was good. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. Just letting me firebox burn itself out. The wind's pretty much doing that by itself today. I mean, the beauty of the firebox is that it's you have a contained fire in a small area, but even on a windy day, man, that's properly blowing. But it's kind of brightened up a little bit, although it is still windy. Just kind of panning around, just showing you the woods. There's a lot of sweet chestnut here, horse chestnut. There are some hornbeam, not very much, and a lot of sessile oak, the odd little bit of hazel. There's only a few silver birch trees in this wood. It's predominantly chestnut and oak. It's just nice just to have a little wander around. You know, the canopy is still yet to break out, so you can really sort of see for a good sort of 100 meters or so through the woods, which is brilliant. Obviously we have seen the deer. They've now sort of moved on, but they've been quite active in this area. Firebox is still kind of going a little bit, just about, but yeah, been quite active in this area here. Like a little bit of sort of a wallow, an area where they've sort of scraped through and dug down. It's full of tracks, absolutely full of tracks. You can see this patch, this darker patch here that spreads to over there, where they've been, and you just sort of notice where they've bedded down for the night as well. I just like looking around, just like showing you around when I'm out in the woods and that, so there you go. I'm going to finish the last bit of my brew and have a wander. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Couldn't catch it on camera, but literally about 30 seconds ago I kind of heard that cronk, that rock. There's a pair of ravens, absolutely amazing, and they just kind of, I called back out and they called and then they went back over. Do you know what, I live 30 miles north of London in Hertfordshire, and we really do not have that many ravens. You know, for those of you that live out in wilder places, you probably get to see them and it's more of a common occurrence, but for us, we do not have that many. It's been like a resident raven pair up at the RSPB HQ at Sandy Lodge up in Beds, which is not too far away from me, and I have seen them there a few times, kind of almost every time I go up there, to be fair, and I know there are a couple of other pairs around. And then literally one of the last times I was ever at my woodland permission camp up in High Wood with my dad before the camp got destroyed a couple of years ago, suddenly I just couldn't believe it. This raven pair just appeared out of nowhere, and you could just tell they were so much bigger than a crow, you know, carrion crow or a rook. You know, they're a member of the same, you know, corvid family, but they're so much bigger. They are amazing. They hold a real sort of spirit pull for me, because I love going to North Wales and I always see the ravens there, and I've got used to seeing those over the years. But now just to know that we've got a few more pairs encroaching down this way is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. You know, love ravens. Brilliant, brilliant. Made my day, that is. Oh, it's starting to rain. Starting to rain. So I thought I'd come and make use of this. See this this shelter here. I actually kind of know one of the guys that actually put this up in this wood. Him and his other friend, they had a camp up in my wood, and at the same time theirs was destroyed, mine was, and I haven't seen them for a little while. But last year when I was coming into this wood, I always explore everywhere, and you know, when you can hear sounds and that, and suddenly when you're sort of walking through, and you know, not many people camp out here that you see smoke. So I walked over and he was like, hey, how you doing? I kind of knew one of the lads, and they had a little sort of camp area here, and they had it for a while, but every time I've come up, probably in like the last sort of 9-10 months, I've never seen them. And they used to have a bit more of a structure here as well, a little like camp table and, you know, stuff like that, but that is all gone. It's just this, and this is making use of like a fallen down sort of trunk that's arched and that, and they raised that up on another log. And then there's a tarp, there's a big old tarp that's kind of wrapped back, and then it's got all these support struts underneath it, and then they've just filled it full of debris and that afterwards. And do you know what, I think when it's good to sort of properly camp out again, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to have a little sleep in there. Not bad, not bad. Make use of the things that you find. Be respectful, don't leave a mess. If it's good to use and you see nobody else is using it, go ahead, by all means use that. I think this will make an absolutely cracking overnight camp. Yeah, I'll throw some pictures in as well. This will make an awesome overnighter. Little bit of a dugout fire pit there that they've got and used and that. Yeah, I'll make a camp. The sun's coming back out, the rain hasn't really amounted to much, so I'm gonna crack on. I'm gonna finish my little wander and just sort of say, listen, thanks for tuning in, and catch up again soon. See you later. Bye.